You just tuned in to TV at two times speed. I'm FLA, and this is the recap episode for Tuesday, January 3rd. A lot, well, not that much, but a lot of new shows did come back today. Not too many of substance. They were all kind of bleh as a general whole. There were some good shows, but not the greatest nights. One of my top shows is NCIS. I've got to say the episode was kind of a boring episode. Nothing really happened. I mean, the story progressed a little bit, I guess. We found the killer from the season finale. There's a little bit more of the Tony Ziva. Are they going to hook up? Are they not going to? But yeah, in general, nothing really happened. NCIS LA, new boss came in. That's kind of a big deal, I guess. He seems to have some kind of history with Hetty, and they're at odds with each other, so that's kind of cool. Of course, the team is going to back up Hetty. They know Hetty. They don't know this new guy who's coming off as kind of a dick. So, yeah. And a thing that I do like with NCIS is Geek Love. Between the two analysts, I'm all about the geek. So Geek Love is pretty awesome. Nothing has actually happened. They're just kind of alluding that there's going to be some kind of geek love. So that's kind of cool. The show on ABC Family, Switched at Birth, that also premiered tonight. It was okay. Not so great. Not that bad. Um, you know, there's that love triangle between the two best friends that were deaf growing up. But since the boy started dating the hearing girl that got switched at birth, it's a little complicated, but it's interesting. I mean, Bay and the deaf guy, kind of cool couple, I guess. Her trying to learn sign language, and then the issues that come with dating someone that's deaf. I mean, I would never have thought of those kind of issues. So I mean, I kind of like getting to know that kind of thing. Yeah, that was it for Switched at Birth. Jane by the Design, that new show on ABC Family about fashion. It was surprisingly entertaining, for something that has to do with fashion, because usually I would not give any credence to a show like that. But it was pretty good, with getting to know the new characters. The whole premise is this girl tries to apply for an internship because her older brother, can't find a job, and he's their only source of income because their parents, one is neglectful. She like left them when they were young, the mom, and the dad died recently. So the brother's trying to find a job. He quit college just so that they can survive. It's pretty endearing. So the girl tries to get an internship. She's still in high school with this fashion designer in New York, and what ends up happening is she ends up interviewing for like a semi full time, like a helper for this designer instead, accidentally. And so she has to come up with like fraudulent information or anything. So she pretty much lies to get a job. And I don't know how anyone would be able to get away with that legally, but for the premise of an ABC Family show, I guess it goes through. And the show that surprised me tonight is a show called Work It. I totally bombed it. I said you shouldn't watch it. It was on ABC, and it's about two men that dress in drag to get a job, essentially. And it's true that the pharmaceutical industry is predominantly female, so they have to dress up as women to actually get the job. But I find it ludicrous that none of the women that they work with would be able to tell that they're men. They look like men. They don't even closely look like women. So I don't know. I do like Don from How I Met Your Mother. I don't actually know the actor's real name, but he played Robin's boyfriend that moved away for the same job that she was going for. So he is the crossdresser. So it's pretty interesting. Well, I think it's okay. I might continue to watch the show because it did have a few laughs in comparison to the other show on ABC, Last Man Standing with Tim Allen. had no laughs whatsoever. I did not laugh once through that whole episode. I mean, it's mildly entertaining as a drama point of view, but as a comedy, it's pretty horrible. You know, you would think that sitcoms would be a little bit better. It's weird because it's one of the higher rated sitcoms on ABC, and it's ridiculous because it's not funny. Um, but yeah, I guess, you know, having a rock star like Tim Allen on the show just makes people watch. And Another show that premiered tonight was Parenthood. It's one of my, not my favorite show, but it's up there. It's a pretty entertaining show about a family. And the thing about tonight's episode is we see the grandfather patriarch of the family. He kind of goes crazy a little bit. His name's Zeke, and he's just like kind of, we just really get to delve into him as a person. We find out that his mom never showed him any love, and you know, he was treated poorly. His mom always said how, you know, not special he was and never said I loved you. And I mean, those are kind of on the, you know, shallow side of things, but we're getting to know Zeke, and it's pretty interesting that the way that Parenthood is developing the characters. And they're still having the issue with Max, who is the grandson of Zeke, and his family, because Max has Asperger's, which is a mild form of autism. I personally do know someone that has Asperger's, so I've actually seen the side effects and how, you know, someone with Asperger's acts to the rest of the world. And I got to say that the actor that portrays Max is doing a bang up job. He is doing really well because someone with Asperger's does have similar, you know, mannerisms. So it's pretty good. I've got to say, Parenthood, good episode in general. Definitely liked it. And yeah, watch Parenthood. Body of Proof, another premiere tonight. I don't know. It was an okay episode. You know, when it comes to medical dramas, I guess. You know, they kind of delved into body issues of the teenage daughter of the main characters, who was a medical examiner. She is complaining, you know, she doesn't like her body. She wants to have a nose job. You know, she wants to diet. She thinks she's fat. You know, I never understood that whole thing. I've always liked who I am, so I guess I never had to deal with that. But I don't know. It's an entertaining episode, I guess. You know, and another thing that tied in, I guess, that the show tried to tie in is that the victim, because every episode is having to deal with a dead body. The woman that died, she had a lot of plastic surgery done to her. So they're trying to tie in, you know, that if you're, you know, not exactly comfortable with yourself, you're going to have plastic surgery, which is true. I believe that if you have plastic surgery, you're not really comfortable with yourself. So I don't know. But the show was entertaining, not the best, but it was okay. Whatever. Unforgettable with Poppy Montgomery. I do like the premise of the show that a woman that has the ability to remember everything that she's ever seen in her entire life, and she, you know, remembers it as if it was happening at that exact moment. It's a very cool premise. The show is still only mildly entertaining. Um, a cool thing about tonight's episode is, if you ever watch Drop Dead Diva, there's a one of the main characters is named Grayson. He is actually in this episode, and it seems like he's going to have a recurring character in Unforgettable. So it's kind of cool. He is the son of a mobster, and we're not really sure if he's still a mobster. I mean, if he had inherited his dad's, you know, mobster status, but he does seem to be the love interest of Poppy Montgomery's character. So it's interesting. I'll see how that goes. You know, we'll see. I'm really hoping that he gets to stay. I like him on Drop Dead Diva. So, uh, but that's about it. That's all that really happened tonight. If I forgot anything, please comment. Give me a heads up. If I should do anything to the show to make it more entertaining, because I know this could be a little boring, just me talking about what happened. But, you know, give me a heads up. Thanks. Have a great night.